that's up so high? That's crazy. Alright, there you go. I think I maybe did it from else? Hello. OBS. OBS, why are you being a bum? Alright. Alright, we back? I need to go to my... Thank you. Just a little jumpsuit. Alright, so my pork is 2.726 kilos, but the ants have been attracted to my packet, so I'm gonna put that in the bin now. How are y'all? Are you excited for your appointment? My water is cold. I ran it this morning before I had to drop Evelyn to school. Which battery is rolling again? I'm hungry. Is that still in my bag? Where's my bag? In the car. Guess I'll do it later. Oh my goodness. What have you been doing? I feel like I just had this sudden notion, right, of and I'm not saying that this is accurate, it's just this thing that just popped into my head was wifey kind of being like Cinderella's stepmother, and like you've just gotten this invitation to go to the ball, kind of, but like you're not even doing a good thing, but like now that something's not about her, you have to work extra hard. She's giving you extra chores to kind of make up, like taking the spotlight for like half a second. Put you back in your place. I know that's not really how it is, but I just had this sudden image. Sorry, wifey. Because basically, like, I can just imagine as soon as you told her, and she's like freaking out. But it's like, not her deal. Like, hey, I'm washing my dishes. The water is cold. I did run it before I had to drop my daughter off at school this morning. But it's still a bit bubbly, so it's fine. Hi, TNL. TNL just came in from Zero's stream, which is lovely. I'm Mama B. I have 4 children, ranging ages from 5 to 11. And this is my messy kitchen house area. Do you not behave? Surely not. Surely you're just perfect. I dropped you a follow too. So Zero is actually up north of me, just like an hour, like the next city over. So I really want to convince him to like meet me at IKEA with another of my chatters who live kind of in between us. Yeah, if you don't behave, Hazel will say something, so it's fine. I'm not worried. I'm sure you'll be a perfect gentleman. Well, aren't we all? Aren't we all? Honestly, we all have our little quirks and oddities. Actually, that's one of our New Zealand chatters' name, Oddity. We love all things strange here. We are all very special and unique human beings. You just have to let me know. I do generally just talk to myself while I do my dishes. So if you ever don't hear me, you need to tell me, because chances are my mic has ran out of battery. So that's your job. I mean, if you lurk too, that's fine as well. Well, no, TNL is with you. We just had a big old conversation with Zero about comparing the cost of fuel prices, converting gallons to liters, and so you guys have cheaper fuel by like almost half, right? I think that's what we decided. Our fuel comparatively is like twice the price of yours. I have not. Well, last year the government was able to subsidize our fuel, but they haven't got there yet. I think we're just low on stock. Supply. So I don't know what to do. My youngest has his race at 11:30. It is currently 11:15. It would take me at least half an hour to drive all the way up there again. And I haven't been home for very long, and I haven't managed to do anything, and I do need to cook lots of food. And there's ants getting into the butter. Using some apple as a ramp. So I think that I'm just going to stay here, cook my food, try and make it up for one of the races, and then I can see him and take a picture of all the kitties and their sports gear and see how they went. Oh, woo! Woo, 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 woo! Okay. Alright. Let's do it. So I dropped my daughter off later to school today, and she's like, you don't have to come. But that's the one that's like getting super embarrassed about how much appreciation and love I show for her. All right. I got a squat. Let's do it. So I haven't really, since they changed schools, I haven't really been very involved in their school because it's further away. My husband takes them to school because he works there and brings them back home, and I've just been busy. All right, ready? Okay, so I've been practicing my squats, but I'm still not very good, so I'm a little bit embarrassed. So I'm just gonna do it all the way over here. We'll see. Okay, or maybe I've got to. All right, ready? 1, 2, falling. 3, 4. I'll do 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm raising money for the National Breast Cancer Foundation. 56 Australian women are diagnosed with breast cancer every single day. So for the month of March, I am doing 56 squats a day in honor of those women. So thank you for donating, Hazel, and prompting me to do some of my squats, because I don't want to get to the end of the day, tuck myself into bed, and remember I forgot to do my squats. I have to get up again, which has happened. You did? Oh, that's all right. I've got to do more, so you get 10 more squats. I don't want to get to the end of the day and forget. Maybe 5. We'll see how my breath holds up. Ready? 1, 2, up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. Thank you. So I figured out I have to go onto my toes when I get down low because of that whole ankle thing. But then I can actually go lower than I would normally. I don't know if you do this. So, I mean, you must do, right? Like with ADHD, right? I imagine things constantly. Hang on. Hey, love. Good, how are you? Well, I've got to do that food train thing, so I was going to come maybe after I cook. I know Leo's doing his race at 12:30. No, Leo's doing his race at 11:30. yes, I will miss that one unless I skip the cooking and do it later. I'd have to leave in 5-10 minutes. Will you get to watch any? Oh, okay. Did you need me to bring you anything when I come? Okay. Love you. Bye. No. I don't think he does. I'm not 100% sure. I did wear it yesterday. He didn't say anything. Yeah, imagine things. So like, you know, instead of actually doing a job, just sit there and imagine it for a while. And hoping that will prompt something. But also, like, when I I don't look at myself is all. I try not to, because I feel like if I look too closely, I will get a little disappointed. I don't know how I look, honestly. Like, I always look at other people and I think, do I look like that? Is that how I look? Because I've never really seen myself as fat. I'm just me. Like, that's just my body, and I don't know what it looks like. So I really need a picture of someone else that looks like me or has the same body type that I can compare to or critique without it being me. You know, yeah, that would be really helpful, actually, Hizzle. That would be really helpful, because I can't look at myself. I don't know. Anyway, like when I was braiding, I taught myself how to braid. But first of all, I imagined braiding. I pictured my hair at the back, where my hands would have to go, how they would have to move. And then I did it. And it was upside down braid, you know, with the hair poking out. And I thought, oh, well, how do I do it the other way? And so I watched myself do it in my mind. And I reversed it. And then I did it. Okay. So I was thinking about my ankle problem and why I can't squat low. And I can, you know, squat. Like if you bend down to pick something up, your heels go up and you can sit on your legs like that. And I thought, well, why can't I do that when I'm squatting? And so I imagined myself squatting and then lifting my heels as I get lower, or even starting with my heels lifted before I squatted. And then the next time I squatted, I didn't even think of that again, but I just did it. I mean, I really wish that just thinking about an exercise means I lose weight, but that's not really how it works. But I do like to picture things first in my mind, and it helps me. Well, sometimes it helps me. But it was interesting that I forgot to think about it again until I was actually already doing it, and then I'm like, oh, it does work. And then I was afraid that if I was thinking about it while I was doing it, that I was gonna suddenly stop doing it. But I think it's worked out okay. Yeah. But did you do that? I mean, I imagine myself doing things all the time, but like, and I'm sure you do as well. But whether it's to that depth, I guess is the question. So I thought I'd make a risotto for some church friends had a baby, and we traditionally do a meal train. So it's just it's an online web form called Meal Train, and you sign up for a day to bring them a food, dinner, meal. So I put my name down for today, and today has come. So I will attempt to make them some food. Yeah. Yeah, so it's similar, right? So the risotto that I usually make is risotto al forno, I think. It's a baked chicken risotto, and they can't have egg and dairy. So this one usually has like a pesto mixed through it. So I wouldn't be able to do that because it's got parmesan. They might have a thing to make a... So if I want to do it dairy free, omit the parmesan cheese and season with salt. Pesto parmesan cheese, you can leave it out and just do basil, garlic, olive oil. I don't have a leek, it'll just be onion. I don't have chicken. It'll just be mushrooms. That's usually what I take. It's pretty easy, but I could do another one. So first. So, going to play birch. Google. I do have bacon. I can put bacon in this. Oh, yes. Okay. My phone's over there. Do that. Oh, cheesy. Carbonara risotto. Those are definitely options. So I need to look in the healthy mixed dinner. Oh, the diet. Oh. Okie dokie. Haven't eaten anything today yet either. This is so much fun. So this carbonara risotto, I want to make it dairy free. Replace the cheese with nutritional yeast. Otherwise it's got onions, garlic, oil, bacon, cheddar, brio rice, dry white wine or reduce water. Yolks, no eggs. I can't have eggs. And replace that with cream. No, we can't replace that with cream. Rude. Coconut cream, I guess. You've never had risotto? I assumed that was never. My stream froze? Maybe. At least. I'm gonna say at least I can see the chat. Oh, that's right. So the thing. Well, so far you're the only one here. I think right now, so good eye. The other one. So let's look at. I haven't any meds. I haven't done anything. So if we want to make this dairy free cheese or 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. Onion, garlic, chorizo, oil, rice, stock, water, tomato paste, carrot, wine, baby spinach. Let's just give that one a go. I mean, it doesn't have mushrooms, but I do have diced chorizo. I didn't really want to get out my spec. It might take too long to defrost, but I came across a bag of frozen diced chorizo. Or I can take that garlic bread. Alright. Onion, garlic. Onion, garlic out, I believe. My body's tired already. I think I was running behind on my squats, but I think I was a good girl and did 2 lots yesterday. So, go me, back on track. I'm quite sure I even have nutritional yeast in the freezer. I now have like a love-hate relationship with my freezer stock, or like, you know, the pantry stock. I love the idea of having things I need when I need them, but also my pantry is now overflowing. Hubby gets cranky when the freezer's full. Yeah, it's tricky though to make time. We don't have time. Who has time? Time does. I do not have a healthy relationship with time. Time tricks me. Yeah, but it's come from my water heritage, I reckon. It just feels safe, but now it also comes with a side dish of anxiety, so not so safe. I mean, basically, I spend the whole morning sitting there imagining myself getting out my yoga mat and doing some Pilates, but then the day's already gone. And I haven't done anything. Two cloves of garlic, you reckon? I usually double that. So I have a pork roast to make for dinner. Request of Brandon. It was Brandon's birthday. Oh, I forgot to stream yesterday. Yesterday would have been your right? Green Day, St. Patrick's. So St. Patrick's Day was Brandon's birthday, and then yesterday, which is, I guess, now or for you, is Josea's birthday. So tonight, Brandon requested a roast dinner, and Josea requested a cake. I'm not making the cake. Maybe Anna's making the cake, but it's also my nephew's birthday today, so, and they've got cross country as well. So she has a lot going on, but she's also working at the cafe, so she might do the cake at the cafe. I guess that's a convenient thing about her workplace. 5 seconds. Speed 3. I'm missing my boys running. See, that did not chop much at all. Speed 5, 3 seconds. See, I got that wrong. Why didn't anyone tell me? I need to do that again. Some bits are still a bit too junky. This is just like a cheapo brand. And it is really losing its steam. I got myself a new Ninja food processor / blender for Christmas. I had asked for a food processor or a blender. I got a food processor, and then I bought myself a blender, like just a drinks blender, like the Nutribullet things. But I had already seen that there was, you know, just the one machine that you can have the different attachments, and I couldn't get it out of my head. Chorizo and oil, and so Wendy bought my what noises are going on over there? Am I missing things? Wendy brought my food processor. How much of this? I think it's outside noises. $120 grams. And then I managed to take back my other one to the store. And so I let myself buy the one with the combinations. Yay. Actually, I have a whole bunch of cash from clearing out the other house that I need to deposit. Yikes. Then there'll be more money in our bank account, which will be nice. Because I'm not very good at not spending money. Alright, so soon I need to figure out about what? I need to figure out about our fundraiser, because we are going to together raise the funds for the new gaming PC. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to donate actual money, but I am just on the tail end of my latest sponsorship program, and so the money that I get from the sponsorship program is going to go into the fundraiser, and then we're going to have goals and challenges and rewards It's gonna be great. Yeah, I just need to figure that out. I want to get down my sewing machine and get rid of all this. I also bought some curtain material that I want to use as seat covers for the gross dining chairs that we have, but I want to make them so that I can pull them off and throw them in the wash. I also want to clean the seats first. I don't want to replace them entirely, and I want to get some waterproof covers to put in between the layer. So I was gonna just get that on AliExpress, I think. Hey, look what I made. So on Friday, my little boy has got his nursery rhyme thing. So I made him this. You can see. So I got SWAT. Imagine I'm a little boy. What are we doing? And then we got this one, which is the crown, but it's broken. Yes? Man, show that off again. I'm not sure if anyone is able to pay attention to me right now, but I just saw it there, so I thought I'd share. That's probably a good angle for what I'm doing. Okay, thirsty again. I could probably have a smoothie, protein shake maybe. La 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 la. Do I have a brush? Always a question. I don't even know how to say that. I have glutinous rice. A bit different. Regular rice, which we'll do in a pinch. Did I put it down here? I did. I have sushi rice. That's different. See what my sister has in her pantry. I meant to make like little sushi sandwiches for the kids' lunches sometimes with a bit of fun, but that has not happened. Yeah, that's okay. I'm getting dinner. Alright, I'm gonna go see if I can find some rice. Ooh. Okay, no, I cannot find rice. I'll just use normal rice. Yes, me too. I think we could do it really good. I'm excited. Okay, add rice. 300 grams and cook for 1 minute, 100 degrees. Now, I really don't think I put my rice in a container. I usually only do that with flours. Nuts. I think they're the thing that the moths like the most. Oops. So Zero's doing a working stream. I did think I could just have his stream on in my ears with the headphones. But I was doing that with someone one time. They were streaming, maybe Bluey, or they were streaming and I was streaming, but we were just both listening to each other's streams and talking in real time to the things that they were saying. But he's actually trying to work, so I feel like that might distract him. Just 1 minute. Or co-stream, and then it would make it a bit normal. But I don't have a lot of time. Also, I'm not very good socially when I'm actually talking to a person, I feel. So, Mia-Todd had a baby. I'm the reason for the do not eat packet. Yeah. So exciting. So that's kind of why they haven't been around. Fair enough, I think. 700 grams of liquid stock. Now, I've just finished using my pre-made, because I usually put on a slow cooker every now and then and make a bunch of stock out of that. But I finished my supply. 700 grams? Anyway, I have these. But I should make some more in a second, shortly, at some point. Oh my gosh, I don't know what words I say sometimes. If I make sense at all. Hard to tell. But I just need to remember I'm not using dairy or egg. tomato paste, wine. Grams, so we gotta go up to 69. Because it was at 19 and I needed to add 50 grams. Last gun. That someone can mostly understand me. I just go blah 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 blah. What was the other thing I needed? Wine. So it's 50 grams of dry white wine. So I have it's basically a sherry, except you don't have sherry these days. It's just a fortified wine. Didn't even realize sherry was just a white fortified wine. Or juice. So 68 plus 50 is 18, right? Oh, that doesn't make sense. 68 plus 50. Yes. I put too much in anyway. And it cooks for 15 minutes, 100 degrees, speed 1. There's so much I need to do and I don't want to. Rice away. There's so many flies around. I could put on my stock because I've got all my scrap vegetables. This is a waste of rice, basically. Oh, yay! Yay, by ADHD! Oh, you told me about her. You said that she's crazy ADHD. I think I'll have shake. Another one. Well, there's lots. There's lots of us. So the pork roast is in the fridge, drying out. Really should have put mushrooms in here. But I feel like I've missed a chance. I should have cooked it with the I can't open the mushrooms right now. Nice. Maybe I should add mushrooms. I don't have baby spinach to add into it later. I'm still hungry and I still haven't eaten anything, but I still haven't had my thyroxine and I still haven't had any ADHD meds. Ugh. I could at least take some L-theanine, I think. It's good for concentration. Or some lion's mane? A mushroom? What's a mushroom? Capsules. Not any crazy ones. I dropped a piece of mushroom, I don't know where it went. Do you peel mushrooms? This is always a question. So, my mum would have always peeled mushrooms, even if they were fresh. But mostly they weren't fresh, so that was a good reason to peel them. You know, you take off the brown skin and they're a lot nicer and whiter inside. You take out the stalks, but you got some beautiful fresh mushrooms. You can eat the skin, like there's nothing wrong with it. So I usually don't peel them. The only reason I would have peeled it is for appearance. I have lots of protein powders, shakes, protein waters. I recently got myself a new one. So I really need to finish the old ones. So protein and iron shake. It's gotta be good, right? Nice. Well, that's cool. So what does she do on TikTok? Just live. Put a shaker in the car that needs to be washed out. I could just use a cup and a little blender. I think might be nicer. And chorizo smells a bit spicy or old. Hard to tell. There's 3 level scoops. Powder smells nice, at least. Oh, scheiße. I'm not taken thyroid medication. You're supposed to do that on an empty stomach before you eat. Ew. That little Lizzie stick. That'll be the easiest way. I literally just put new batteries in this and used it yesterday, so I am really confused. Oh my gosh. Now I got powder all up the side of the class. Why did this not work before? My boy would have finished running by now, probably. As long as they're starting on time, which, if he's early, like, that should be the case. Who's next? I should find out. I'm really just continuing to mix, hoping that some of this powder that got stuck on the side of the glass will blend in. Yay, sprayed myself with water. Oh me. Alright. So that's probably gonna want to try and bubble over. Someplace else. So there's a new Spirit City coming out. Super excited. It's the garden one. I would like to get into gardening. Put that over there. I know you can't see it. I did clean the dishes. connected. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're back. Yo, I am tired and also I'm losing my voice. I sprayed chocolate stuff on my tongue. Alright, so who is next? Year 2 girls. I'm going at 12:15. And I have to go now. I need to go upstairs and see if I can find any more of their red, you know, like costumey tutus, beads, or other things that they can use for a sport carnival. I find that chocolate shakes sometimes taste a bit like banana. It's not too bad. Oh no. So do they usually just like go to the canteen? I think it's crazy that that's so common. Generally here, kids will bring lunch. I think children who buy food at school regularly are the outliers. And we call it the tuck shop. Until rice is just cooked. So, and then stir through the nutritional yeast. I think that needs to cook a little bit more. Nutritional yeast, aka where is it escaping from? Oh, wait, flies. I think this suggested 2 tablespoons. I decided I'd put it in the freezer because I think I bought it probably about 5 years ago, and really only for like making booby cookies, you know, cookies that are designed to help you produce more milk. Nutritional yeast is supposed to be good for that. So I didn't really have much need to use it. Only occasionally. Anyway, so I stored it in my. I think I had a hole in it or something. That's why it keeps making a mess. All right. In the freezer, it smells like Vegemite. I guess that's because that's basically what it is. And stuff came out of a bag. How is that possible? So let's just see. Right, how cooked is this rice? It's not too bad. Maybe it tastes alright with the frozen chorizo and the nutritional yeast. How funny would it be if it like just was absolutely disgusting? Well, I made you a meal. You're welcome. Enjoy. I usually have big silver trays. I use it's bacon or to take, and they don't have to bring me back a dish. Oh yeah. Alright, so if this is basically ready, I could go to the school. Just have little ones. Or I could get plastic containers. What other things are here? This is supposed to serve 6. Wonder if I could fit them into 3. Dramatic. Welcome back. Sometimes the toy is fun because you can. Because they get to watch me do stupid stuff. Oh my goodness, it replayed. It was jumping about. Does it jump about for you too? That's so funny. Oh, I'm so clumsy. Yeah, I think 3 is a good number. Oh. Doesn't disconnect for long, does it? Oh, well. Now it's done it twice in the space of 30 seconds. Reconnect. Alright, so this is done. I think I want to head out. I should jump upstairs though. See if I can find any of those red costumey stuff. And put any salt and pepper into it, which I'm shocked about. Daddy B would be shocked too, wouldn't he? Nutritional yeast is often quite salty. That means grinders out of pepper. I guess so. Oh, nutritional yeast, that'll be great. It's like, I didn't even think that this is for this is for a mum. A new mum. Well, not new, she's a second baby, but a mum with a new baby. Duh. As well for her. Oh, actually, I just pull it on one that didn't have any pepper. Ugh. I'm not gonna do any more than that. Daddy loves pepper. He goes nuts for it. Not as much as my brother and my mum, but still. More pepper! He still has this notion that I just don't season food. Habitually is not something I do. But I do, you know, if it says to add salt, I add salt. Alright, and if anyone else wants to add more salt, you're more than welcome. Take that garlic bread as well, because I don't think that they need gluten-free. They just needed dairy-free. So I don't need to put egg free. I think that's should be assumed. You don't usually put egg in risottos. Windy got a brow lamination and a lash left tint, I think. Look at her. I hope she runs on my my daughter. I added her to the you know, my pages, my what am I thinking about? When I am a model, my model pages. I should just double check, and then I really think I might like to get going. I could just use this takeaway bag. Because my last brow lamination, oh my gosh, me and my phone, honestly, was free, of course. I might get my hair dyed on Tuesday, but I've gotta postpone an appointment of my daughter's. She won't mind. Alright, what else are we up to? Let's see. So I've got food, garlic bread. Gonna check email. I'll have more information about what's the next one? Nine-year-olds, 133. Dairy, egg, and peanut. Well, that's fair enough. I have finished cooking, not cleaning, but I might head off and see if I can. I mean, one of them's running like 13 minutes, which I'm not gonna make it to. The next one's an hour and a half. But I could just see them when they're not running. I was gonna go see if I can find any more little costumey things. They're sport red. Good. I'm glad you had a snooze. What time do you usually get up? Isn't it? It's getting late, isn't it? Oh. I made this for my boy. He's doing nursery rhyme thing on Get You Up on Monday. So I made him these little things that if I do this, who am I? If I'm a little boy, who am I? broken crown? Oh, oh my gosh. Yeah, what time is it? Isn't it close to bedtime anyway? Oh, 10:05. I thought you were telling me that you've gone back in time. What were you doing in 2005? I was in grade 11, high school. Living my best life. Ignorant as anything. That was basically my motto. Ignorance is bliss. So happy. No responsibilities. Zero still on. Well, I'm gonna go upstairs quickly. I'll be back. I just need to find out if I can. Otherwise, I said that I might try and buy them some more, but half the day's gone. Worth it. Okay. BRB. You might still hear me rummaging around. Depends on how well the microphone travels. School shirts go. Okay. And for anything red. We can get rid of that. I think it's too small. Red cape. Fox dress. It's red cape. Maybe not. This box is not very deep. Halloween. Where did all of that school shirts go? Alright. I give up. I found one. and socks. Oh my gosh, these children. Alright, well. It's better than nothing. So, I'm gonna head off. I've done my cooking, well, some of it, half of it. So, I'm gonna run off and see if I can see the kitty witties, and then I'll come back and finish the rest of my stuff. So I may as well just write out 0. Basically just taking and all there anyway. It's already there. Hazel, I hope the rest of your running around goes okay. I'll see ya a bit later. But I'll probably be back when I come back. You know, hope you guys have a great night. Dungeons and Dragons later. First thing when you wake up. So if I don't come back to cook and clean before then, I guess I'll see you later. Alright. Ciao. See ya, friendos.